Jay, I just wanted to maybe comment on Evan Bouchard and just maybe some of the intricacies that you see out of his game and maybe what you saw not only in the first game that he's played, but since he's joined the team in Colorado.
Yeah, I think he has a natural poise about him. He's a confident young man. Obviously, if you look at his year, he came in, he did well in rookie camp. He earned a position in the NHL coming out of main camp. Got some great experience with great coaching up there. He went back to London on a dominant London team, and had the experience of going to the World Junior Championships as well. So this is a player who's used to playing in big-time games under pressure situations, and he has a real poise and a personal self-confidence about him. The big thing for us is when he when he flew in to meet us in Colorado, we want him to get used to what we have going on here in Bakersfield, get used to the players on our team, the way we conduct ourselves on a daily basis, our language, the tactics that we're using here in Bakersfield, that type of thing. He came in, he had a couple pregame skates. I thought what really helped him was the fact that we had a really good team practice on the Monday, and we let him know that we were preparing to use him in the game. He went into the game. He didn't try and be anything that he wasn't. He was a good puck mover. He was dominant in the offensive zone. He made good plays with the puck in our end, and I thought, he had an effect on the game. That's why we made the decision to put him in the lineup. And I thought he really augmented the other 60 that were in the lineup as well. He's a good hockey player.
We were talking to him on Monday after the practice and just kind of looking at his stick. His stick is literally taller than me, so he obviously uses a pretty long one. How effective is he using that on the defensive side of the puck? I know he gets warranted with all of his offense, but on defensively as well.
Yeah, I think he's a very good stick-on-puck defender. He's intelligent. By getting his stick on the puck, he ends up coming through, leading with his stick and then coming through opponents' hands, which cuts them off. And he kills plays on the cycle before the defending team gets worn down, just by the fact that he's able to get stick on puck and then go through the hands. It is a difference between being in the American League and Canadian Major Junior. The guys are bigger and stronger right now. There's an intensity about the games. But like I said, he's played in those big-time situations at the World Junior and at the start of the NHL season as well. I think it's great personal development for him to play in these playoff games and to see him have the effect on both sides of the rink that he did in game number 3 is positive. But we know that not only him but the rest of our group are going to have to crank it up a notch here in game 4.
Jay, were you comfortable with the 11-7 format that you went with, and would you do it again maybe?
Well, very comfortable. It's something that we've done before in the past, and that's the big thing for us is that we used our 68-game schedule to prepare for the playoffs. First, we had to get there. Second thing is we wanted to make sure we were prepared. So, there were different times, especially down the stretch, where we wanted to experiment with a few different looks, some tactics, some alignments, and some personnel decisions, including going 11 forwards and 7D. So for me up front, changing the lines, it's just making sure people know who's up and who's going, because you don't have that just natural comfort level of going line after line. You have to make sure the right people are on the ice. For Dave on the back end of things, he has to make sure that the right D are on the ice at the right time and that he's managing the minutes appropriately.
And just regarding Josh, Tyler, and Cooper, it seems like they've been able to open up their space a little bit more as the series has gone on. Did you feel as though maybe home ice was good to them, even though they didn't put anything back yet?
Yeah, I think there's positive steps and positive signs in their game. They're playing physical. They're, I think, competing all over the rink. I think it's a real positive sign, and it's points to the depth within our organization, that we have lots of good players that are able to contribute on the offensive side of things. That's what good teams have is everybody has the ability to step up and produce. We have that here in Bakersfield. So if a line's getting checked or they're not showing up on the score sheet, it doesn't mean they're not having an effect on the game. They're playing good, hard minutes for our team. They're having a positive effect on the game. And we've had other people step up and assume the responsibility of producing for us. That's a sign of a good team. But like I said, I keep going back to it. Those are 3 games that have been played. Our focus right now is on game number 4, making sure that we bring our best game come Saturday night.
And just once again regarding Tyler and Cooper, you know, sometimes when they get to the pro level, some creativity gets a little bit watered down because you want to see pucks getting in deep and making the right plays. But I know Tyler made a nifty play going through his legs for a shot, and Cooper was dangling, weaving through guys up ice. Just, do you coach that out of them, or do you embrace that and want to see that creativity from them?
This is what I would say. I'd say our team led the American Hockey League in goals for per game in large part because of the production of those players. And for us, we never want to take the stick out of our players' hands. If there's a play to be made, we want them to make it. That said, we have principles in our offensive game that we think leads to production and leads to outshooting opponents and leads to spending more time in the other team's end. Those 2 young players have done a great job of performing and producing within our team concept. They did it through 68 games. They led our team in scoring. And we're excited to see what they bring here on Saturday night.